In this training, I'm going to give you 6 ways that you can be more attractive to women. And these are gonna be very simple foundational concepts that you can use to improve your attractiveness, I don't know, by 10%, 20%, 30%. I've given these principles to a lot of my clients who have used them through the last couple years, and they've improved their dating lives, they've improved the way they communicate with women. Before I explain to you these 6 principles, it'll be very simple to understand and use these principles. I wanna explain to you why being attractive is important. There's this whole debate that goes on in a lot of circles in men's self-development and dating, and it's like, do you need to be good looking to attract women or to, have the dating life you want? Do you have to be a good looking guy? Well, the truth is attraction is a lot more than just being good looking. It's not just about your looks, right? You could be jacked.
Goes always nice and slow and flex the bike and calm down and up.
You could be, in shape, dress really well, have a good face. Girls will want you, and it'll be easier for you to communicate with those women with no resistance. But if you don't have other things going for you, you're not necessarily fully attractive. So here's what I believe makes attraction. Attraction is comprised of 3 things. Number 1, presentation. Why can't I talk today? Presentation. So how well you look. What do you wear? How do you carry yourself? How does your face look? How tall are you? Are you in shape? That's one aspect of attraction, and it's a very big aspect. It's like 50% of everything. It's huge. Presentation. How well do you present yourself? What do women see when they look at you? That is an important thing.
What do you see when you look at me?
And then number 2, you have communication. That's about 35%. So how well do you convey ideas and share information? Communication is a very important part of being an attractive man, right? If you look really good, but you can't communicate for shit, I mean, what do you really have? Like, girls are gonna like you. There's gonna be some girls who wanna sleep with you, sure, but the chances of that happening regularly, the chances of you attracting the kind of dating life you want, it goes lower and lower and lower if you have poor communication skills. And number 3 is leadership, and I give 15 points to that. That's 15%. Leadership is also important. How well can you create experiences? So as a really good example, I went out the other day with a friend of mine. We were out in a very high-end social environment here in Budapest, and we met some cool Hungarian girls. He was talking to his girl, I was talking to mine. His girl liked him, my girl liked me, but he's Hungarian, so he was the leader because he was speaking in Hungarian to the girls, and my girl was talking English as best as she could to me, but he was leading both girls, right? He was leading the situation, and I was joining him with the friend, with the other girl. And he didn't lead properly, so we ended up losing the girls. We went to some other bar for no reason, and the end of the night, I ended up going home, and that was it, right? Which is fine, but because he wasn't leading and didn't create an experience, a proper social experience, and lead, his girl became less attracted to him, and eventually she wanted nothing to do with him. And it's because he didn't lead, because he was wavering back and forth, like, where are we gonna go next? He was looking to me for direction, but I wasn't the leader. He was the leader in that situation. So leadership is also important. So in this training, I'm gonna explain to you how you can become more attractive in 6 easy steps, and it's really basic to do these things. They're gonna actually change your entire dating life. What I wanna say is this, before we get into the steps, if you, my friend, have not subscribed to this channel yet, and it's the first time you're watching my training, or you have watched my training before, and you're lurking in the darkness, just siphoning away this value and taking the value and adding it to your life, hey, you can fucking do that because YouTube is a free platform. But what I would ask you to do is press the subscribe button. If you're not logged into your Google account, do a quick little login, press subscribe, so you can follow when I put up more training and you can learn more from me. In the last 2 years, I've literally had negative 200 subscribers. Actually, it was more than that, but we've recovered recently because now my channel is at a bonus. I think in the last 30 days, we've had 40 plus subscribers because I'm back starting to make dating content. But there was a lot of angry guys that were pissed off that pressed the unsubscribe button. Here's what I want to tell you. If you want to change the tide and you want to dive into learning dating success and you want to get some of the best knowledge and information that's going to be on YouTube when it comes to men's dating and success, press the subscribe button, the notification bell, and give this video a like. Let's go ahead and get into training. So the first thing you have to understand, the first principle that is going to make you more attractive as a man to women. Like, guys, this changed my fucking life. The first principle is learning to speak with your eyes. That is crazy. I know it sounds weird, but learning how to speak with your eyes is so important. A lot of men don't do this. A lot of men, they limit their communication only to the verbal realm, okay? So the verbal realm basically means that when you communicate with people and women, what you are is you're limited to what you say. Right? It's limited to what you can say, the jokes you tell, the stories you tell. Now, those are really good. The stories you tell are really good, but speaking with the eyes is super important. Speaking with your eyes basically means that you're able to share information, ideas, and concepts without needing to always verbalize and say them, but you can give that information with your eyes. So I'll give you a really simple example. And this guy, by the way, is off the top of my head. So if this is a stupid example, please forgive me. I'm not going to edit through this. Here's the example I would give. Imagine that you want to tell a girl that she's beautiful. That's a simple thing. Like, you want to tell a girl she's beautiful, but you don't want to say it in a way that is corny and cheesy, right? Like a lot of guys, hey, you're so beautiful, like I really like you. Stupid as fuck. Like you don't want to say that shit, right? You want it to feel like you're seducing her, like it is seduction, like it is romance, like it is intimate. That's what the energy that you want to bring out. So how would you do this if you learned how to speak with your eyes? Instead of telling the girl, hey, you're so beautiful, right? My eyes, what do they show now? Nothing. Just like kindness and like I'm a nice guy who's giving a girl a compliment like every other fucking guy does. Instead, what if I did this? You know what's funny about you? You're fucking beautiful. You know that? You're so beautiful. My eyes are watering because the light's coming into the shining at my face, and my contacts are fucked today. But do you see what I mean? How in that situation, I'm speaking with my eyes. Because I'm speaking with my eyes, the words I say have more impact because I'm not just limited to the verbal realm, whereas most guys are. They're limited to just, here's what I say, and here's how she responds, and I hope she responds well. That's it, right? When you're not limited to just the verbal realm, women respond to you in a much more engaging way. They respond to you with way higher impact, and it's really powerful the way you can communicate with women. Number 2 is mastering your tone. This is the second way you can become more attractive as a man. Master your tone. A lot of men really kind of mess this up because what they do is it's called inflecting, right? When you talk like you're inflecting your words. Inflecting means, hey, where are you from? Oh, that's cool. I see. Oh, okay. Ah, nice. You know, you look really nice. I like you. Oh, yeah. Ah, that's cool. Inflect. Breaks the tension. Kills tension. Tension's a very important part of masculine feminine interactions. One of the things I learned how to do early on, and I saw this in my dating life, I remember I would used to always tell jokes and be the funny guy, and I would inflect so much. I would talk to girls like this. Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. I would talk like that. But once I mastered my tone, my voice became more still. And everything became more matter of fact. Remember the example I just gave with telling a girl she's beautiful? Instead of me saying, hey, you're beautiful, or hey, you're so beautiful. You hear that? So you're beautiful. You are beautiful. You're attractive as fuck. You know, I would date you. I think I would date you. I don't know if you have a great personality, but you might. And if you do, then we'll go on a date. But I'll get to know you a little bit right now first. And then from there, we'll see what happens. Do you hear this shift in tonality? One is inflective. One is up and down, up and down. The other one is flatline. So this is another way you can become more attractive. And what you can do is, a cool exercise is watch your tone while you're out. Like while you're out doing social stuff. Let's say you go to a nightclub or you meet a girl during the day or wherever you do social stuff. Watch your tone and think, am I inflecting as I'm talking? If I'm inflecting, how can I flatten that out and speak more matter-of-factly? How can I end my conversations with, this is a fact. This is actually happening. This is a thing that's going to happen. This is a thing that's going to go on. Right? I'm going to interact with you from a place of confidence, from a place of strength. Right? That interacting with women that way is super, super powerful. I want to tell you this. I'm going to give you the next 4 principles in a second, but if you want to go deeper than just watching these videos, and you're like, you know, these videos are great, Tim. They're amazing, but I wish I could really get top level results. I wish I could bring women into my life faster than if I just watched a bunch of cool, entertaining YouTube content. Because this stuff is really great, and you're going to get something from this, like probably 10 times more than any other training you'll see on this on YouTube, because everyone just does like entertainment and marketing shit. This is actual value here. But what I want to tell you is, if you want to go even deeper, what you can do is watch a training that I created. There's a link below this video. If you look in the description of the video, you basically flip the screen if you're on your phone, or you just scroll below if you're on a laptop, and you click the link, and it's going to take you to a page where you can watch a training. You put in your email, and the training goes right to you. And it's a training completely free where I break down how you can attract women really effortlessly without wasting time. How you, as a high-performing or ambitious man, can start to attract women into your life without using gimmicky tricks, without wasting lots of time, without doing pickup stuff, which is what a lot of men have done in the past. And now we don't need to do that anymore because the dating marketplace and the landscape has shifted. So if you want to learn how to do that completely for free, you can watch that training, and then there's a little button below where you can go to book a call with me. And that's a half-an-hour discovery call where we're gonna look and see if you'd be a good fit to work with me together and learn my system and get you maximum results within 90 days, where you can literally attract women into your life and change how you meet women and connect with them within about 90 days. So watch this training. It's completely free. There's a fuck ton of value there. And then after the training, there's going to be an option for you to book a call. And you can book that call, and it goes right to my calendar. You schedule with me, we'll talk, and we'll get you some results if it's a good fit on both of our ends. Let's go back to this and continue. So Number 3 is moving with pace. This is another interesting one. So one of the things that I noticed is guys that are really attractive, that have women want them naturally, they move almost as if they don't have a care in the world, right? Whereas guys who are more in their head, who do have a little more anxiety, who are unsure of things, they move quickly. So I'll go into a nightclub, and what I learned how to do early on was to move almost as if I had no cares in the world, like I could do anything I want, like I'm any person that I want, like I can interact with the world any way I want. And one of the ways you can convey this in your body is moving with pace. So a lot of men walk very briskly through a club, or they'll move with everyone in the club. So most of the time in a night, and this is where I learned this, nightclubs, most of the time in a bar or nightclub environment, everything is fast paced because most people are a bit nervous, they're in their head, there's loud music, there's other people there, there's social pressure, things like that, right? But what I've done, I've learned to do, and what I've seen a lot of high value attractive guys do, and now I give this to my clients as well, is I move very slowly when I go through a club. I walk almost as if I own it, and I give this exercise out. If you owned this club and everything here was yours, or you're a shareholder of this club and everyone knew you, how would you walk? Would you walk like, oh, excuse me, sorry, well, I'm sorry, and walk through and walk from place to place quickly, or would you just take it all in and sit and admire your investment? Would you treat it that way? You should do the second. That's more attractive, because what you do is you create tension, number one, when you speak to people, because you're more relaxed than they are. So they feel there's a reason this person is relaxed, why you would be relaxed, or they feel there's a reason he's relaxed. Why? He must be someone important, or he just must be someone who is not affected at all by the social pressure in this environment, which is a very powerful skill to have as a man and a very powerful position to have, right? So move with pace. Number 4, play to your strengths. Playing to your strengths is really cool, and this is a really fun one. Basically, what you have to do is, you can write this down actually, do an audit of what makes you attractive as a man. What are the things about you that are most attractive? Like, what are your strengths as a man? I'll give an example. My strengths, not today, but often, one of them is my eyes. I have really good eyes and really good eye contact. Today I'm fucked because the lights are beaming on me and my contact lens, I have to change it. But normally my eyes are my strength. I make really good eye contact. Girls compliment me on my eyes. That's a strength of mine. Another strength I have is I have tattoos, right? My neck is covered in tattoos. I don't know, I like tattoos, they're cool, and I was like, fuck it. And my chest is covered in tattoos, so when I buy clothes, I often buy them with the intention, how can I show my strengths? Now, I do wear turtlenecks sometimes, I'll explain that in a second. I wear turtlenecks a lot, which cover these tattoos, but if I don't, girls look at my tattoos. I wear a lot of open shirts in the winter and in the summer, right? I wear like a lot of, maybe like shirts that are a little lower cut, things that are fit well. I'm working out now in the gym a lot, so one of my strengths is becoming my biceps. I need to work on my legs a lot more, but a strength of mine is my biceps. So now I'll wear fitted t-shirts that fit really well and wrap around my arm, so I show off that strength more. I think my hair is a strength. I wear pretty cool jewelry sometimes. Certain accessories I've got that are nice. I got a decently nice watch. Thank you, wifey, for buying this for me for my birthday. The first watch I've actually owned in a long time. I figure out what my strengths are aesthetically, and I play to those strengths, right? I also wear turtlenecks because I think that I've got a good jawline, so that highlights my jawline. I think it looks good. Some guys that wouldn't look good on. Other guys have other strengths, right? Like, for example, a strength that's not mine is wearing shorts because I don't have good legs. But I have a client who is like a bodybuilder, not a bodybuilder, but he's a fitness guy, and he would never wear shorts because he would always think he had to wear long pants. I was like, dude, start wearing shorts and like a tank top with a open button-down shirt and see what happens. And wear some cool like dress shoes or boots with it or something like that. Like, wear cool high-end shorts, not basketball shorts, but wear some fitted shorts. He was like, girls are looking at him like crazy now, right? Because he's starting to play to his strengths. So what are your top strengths? What are the strengths you have aesthetically? Write down a list of 3 to 5. And if you think you don't have 3 to 5, you're probably wrong. Everyone has strengths. Everyone, even someone who's overweight, out of shape, doesn't have a good face, they've got strengths. It could be strengths in terms of communication. I was focusing on aesthetics, but you want to play to your strengths. You want to make sure that the way you interact with the world is where you're giving yourself the greatest advantage, because dating is competitive. The dating marketplace is competitive. It is not easy to just be in the dating marketplace. There are other men who want the women you want, and you want those women as well, right? So everyone's competing for this pool of women, and women are picky. They're going to choose. So you have to have every strength and every asset you can. Number 5 is be a storyteller. This will make you more attractive. If you're able to share information through stories instead of through facts, right? I'll give you an example. This is something I actually give clients on workshops, but I'll put it out here on YouTube for one of the first times. So I want you to let's do a little exercise. Imagine that you had a cousin, okay? Imagine you have a cousin who has a lot of money. He's well off. He drives a, fucking Aston Martin. That car's not that expensive. He drives like a Maserati, let's say. I think Maseratis are more expensive than Aston Martins. Maybe I'm wrong. But he drives a Maserati, a sick Maserati, and he's got cash. Net worth 500K to 5 million, something like that. He's always traveling. He's in Mykonos in Dubai all the time doing shit, right? And this is your cousin. Every time he comes around for family Thanksgiving, he always talks about what he's doing in life. And you're like, how you been, man? He's like, dude, I was actually taking the Range Rover out we drove in the hills in Italy. We went by the Italian coast. I took a couple girls out, and one of my buddies from our fund, our hedge fund, and we went out, and it was a really amazing time. It was really awesome. You should come sometime, man. I love those trips. Okay, you're gonna feel like your cousin who you see once a year, 2 times a year, is a bit of a douchebag if he explains it like that, right? Because what he did is he didn't tell a story. He told you facts, and facts are very flat. Whether they're bragging facts or not bragging facts. It could be bad things like the struggles you're going through in life. Sure, but though they're flat when you tell facts, it has no emotional impact. Let's take the same example, same cousin, same situation, family dinner, and asking how he's been. How have you been, man? You know, man, I've been good. Business has been really up and down this year. I mean, things generally have been good. But it's been pretty up and down. I worked so much last quarter, and I just decided I was going to take some time off because I was super exhausted from grinding, and it was starting to affect my mental health, I think. So we took a Range Rover, and I drove up with a few buddies of mine and a couple of girls. We went to Italy, and it was a really fun experience. It was really good to get away from like the chaos of just working and grinding and keeping my head down in the business, and actually get out and just do something fun for a few weeks. You know, it was fun. I didn't work at all, so I have to get back to work because I want to keep scaling, I want to keep growing, but it was really fun. It was a really good time. Okay, that story, which is the same story he told the first time, well, the same set of facts as the first time, feels better to the person listening. Why? Because it's now within context and it's a story. So what he talked about in example B was the before. The before being what? The before was I was miserable working a lot and it was just exhausting. It was sure I love working, but it was exhausting. And then what came after that, after the before was what? The present, what he did instead to counteract that. How did he counteract before? He decided to go on a trip because of his mental health. So it wasn't just like some douchebag. Yeah, I took a Range Rover out to fucking Italy and I drove with a bunch of hot babes. It wasn't just that, right? It's a before and an after, and then it was a present. The present being, and now, things are much better, but I'm gonna have to get back into hustling in the business and keep grinding, right? So when you share things as stories, a lot of times people attach to those stories way better and you impact them more. So instead of me like, dude, I do this all the time. When I talk to girls about my journey in the dating community and learning about meeting women, because sometimes girls will say, you're so confident, or you're such a fuckboy, or all this. And I'm like, no, I'm not naturally very confident. Like, I have a baseline of confidence because I had a healthy childhood, but I used to not be, and I had to learn how to go meet women. I had to learn how to talk to girls and be the kind of guy that girls would want to spend time with, because I wasn't like that for a long time. See, when I do that, what happens? When I communicate that way, the women around me perceive me more than just the facts. Like, he is this kind of guy. Yeah, I'm good with girls, and I'm good at communicating with women and bringing women into my life. That doesn't do anything. There's no emotional impact there. But the impact happens when I show them before. I was bad with girls and I lacked confidence. To then I had to take a bunch of action and become better at communicating with women. And now I travel and I help other guys build the kind of relationships and dating lives they want without wasting lots of time and blah, 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 all the shit you can find at the trading below, right? But that's how I communicate with women, and their eyes are like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And every girl just boom into me effortlessly, right? Because I'm sharing through stories, so it makes me more attractive. And principle number six, be busy. Be busy. I can't stress this enough. Like, if I had a little brother, or when I have a son, if I ever have a son, could only have daughters, but I'll put a baby in my partner at some point. We'll have a kid together, and hopefully okay, I'm not going to say that part, but we'll have a kid. So if I ever had a son, well, the thing I would stress to him is about being busy. Like, as he gets older, I'd say you need to be busy. Don't be prioritizing women, man. Don't prioritize going and chasing girls. Be busy. Being busy is one of the most attractive qualities you can have. Girls can sense that you're busy. They can sense he's a busy guy whose time I have to take seriously, whose time I need to respect because he's got things going on. Be fucking busy. It's one of the most important things that you could do. Be busy. Be busy. Be busy, right? It's super powerful to do that. A lot of guys aren't this way. A lot of guys don't stay busy. They prioritize getting women. They prioritize things that don't really serve them. And they're like, I'm available for a date anytime, basically. And that minimizes your attractiveness because you're not busy. So when you're busy and you have other projects going on, you've got business things going on, fitness, you've got other stuff going with other people, it really allows you to interact with the world from a place of, I guess I would say maximizing your attractive potential as a man, okay? I hope this made sense. I hope that you learned from this training. Again, if you want to go deeper on this, you can click the links below and watch a training I created that's even crazy, way better than this training I have on YouTube. It's crazier, where I go deep into the big picture on how you can attract women into your life effortlessly without wasting tons of time or without going into weird pickup routines or manipulation and sacrificing who you are as a person to try to meet girls. You can do this efficiently, you can do this in a healthy way, and maximize who you are as a man without changing yourself, okay? So if you want to learn how to do that, there's a training I made, the link is below. Press that button, you just pop in an email, and I'm going to send it to you. And you can see it on the next page, actually, and then you have the option to book a call with me or not. And on that call, we'll see if you're a good fit for the work I do. Okay, I hope that you have an amazing day. I'm shooting a bunch of support your way, my friend. Keep crushing it and growing in the dating marketplace, growing in your business, growing in life. I'll see you in the next one.